What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Sporgo, and man, do we have an exciting trailer. Netmarble actually released a trailer for EX Kyo yesterday, and it is spectacular. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to take a look at the trailer, and we're going to do a little speculation, because I've been hearing some things from other players as far as what they think is going to happen, and I tend to disagree with some of those things, but I might agree with some of the other things as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this music off, guys, so that way we don't have two different types of music going on all at once. Jared Nessov, and let us watch this. Okay, so we got all the versions of Kyo showing up. Interesting. Got a little something something is going to show up here in a second. EX. Nice. Okay, okay. All right. Nice. Okay, so some of the things that I speculated on before did come to fruition, just not in the way that I thought they were going to happen in the game. So we all know we're getting EX Kyo. We also know that he's a red attack. I mean, it shows up on the screen whenever you're logging into the game, and we've known that for some time. And when you take a look at his skill, right, the first skill they show here is the Shiki, right? This is what's called the Shiki from KOF 15, and I actually speculated when I first did a review or a little speculation on Kyo that, you know, his default would have the Shiki Orochinagi or the Shiki. This is just a regular Shiki because he just does a couple punches. And what they've done is they put a charge skill on this skill, right? If you take a look at it, it looks like he's charging, right? That's charging. That is charging. So, and in KOF 15, he can actually charge the Shiki Orochinagi or the Shiki. So they actually took that from KOF 15 and they put it in this game for EX Kyo. And, you know, so I really thought that the Shiki or the Shiki Orochinagi would end up being his default, but what they've done is they actually put it on his skill. So now we know that he does have a charge skill in his kit. And some people, they don't really like that, or they do like that. I mean, everybody has a difference of opinion. Personally, guys, it doesn't bother me at all because we've seen plenty of OP, ridiculous characters with charge skills like Nameless, SS Terry, Soul Bad Guy. All these characters are godly. They're super strong. And we all know that Netmarble can just make characters just super broken no matter what kind of effect they really have on them. I mean, that's just the truth of it, right? And we all know that EX Kyo, he's going to be strong, guys. He's going to be ridiculous. And I'm perfectly okay with them doing this because they took something from KOF 15 and they incorporated it in KOFUS, right? They're representing the character skills accurately, at least in my humble opinion. And then after this, you see the default, right? That's actually from SS Kyo, which is actually pretty interesting that it looks like they're having the same default. And then we have the 3PG from KOF 15, which is an awesome 3PG. Really cool, guys. But let's get into some speculation in this video. So in this trailer, they show all of the versions of Kyo in the game, right? Every single one of these guys, 95 through 98, NES Kyo and SS Kyo, all in here. And a lot of people are doing a little speculation because they show all of them on the screen and it says EX. So there's been quite a few players, even in my Discord, that think all these characters get EX skills? And the answer is no, I don't think so. I don't think Netmarble's going to do that because why would they? There's a couple reasons why I think they would never do that, guys. So let me explain, okay? Let's turn this back on. So the first reason is the fact that, like, a lot of these characters, guys, like these versions of certain characters of Kyo, like when you go down to the bronze versions of him, he can only go up to A3. You're not going to give an EX skill to a character that can only go to A3. Now, if they did something to where you could go further than A3, I guess it'd be a different story, but I find that highly unlikely. I just don't think that Netmarble is going to do that. Honestly, having all of these characters having EX skills would be pretty weird to me and very strange. And the fact that these characters like the bronze and the silver border characters cannot go past A3. They just can't reach it, right? When you look at these characters, they cannot go past A3. So highly, highly doubt it. Now, I do think it's very possible, right? And at the time of recording this video, there are no patch notes. There's nothing in the forums. I haven't seen any data mines or anything like that. But gold border characters could. They could get an EX skill. It is possible, but again, I just think it's highly unlikely. I don't think they're going to do it for these characters, guys. Like, the thing is, like, we all know that we ended up getting 97 Orochi and 98 Omega Rugal, and they actually have EX skills available, right? But the problem with those characters is that you actually have to get, right? You can do change of kit on this character, but the problem with them is you actually have to get original BS Orochi and BS Rugal memories for these characters. So if they do this for Kyo, right? Say they give an EX skill to Nestkyo, which is viable. He is a FES version, right? 98 Omega and 97 Orochi are FES versions of the characters. So it is possible that they could give an EX skill to Nestkyo. And I know this is a very, very beloved version of Kyo, right? A lot of people love the aesthetics of this character, the way he looks, right? And yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty amazing as well. The problem is none of his 3PGs that came before, like for SS Kyo, actually work on this character. So the new 3PG that we're getting for EX Kyo, I would say more than likely probably won't work on this character either, which is a bummer. If he did get an EX skill, would it make him less relevant? I mean, if he got an EX skill, obviously it'd make him stronger because it increases stats. He'd have an EX core of some type, depending on the type it would be. Would really depend on how good he would actually be and how much his relevance would actually improve. But I don't know. But I do think it's like more likely that SS Kyo could get an EX skill. And I know that a lot of people would be super stoked if this happened, because this character is still very, very strong, guys. He's still an insane character. I mean, this is a very, very strong character. Yes, he's been getting outshined lately, you know, by the past few updates, but he's still very, very strong. And if they do give him an EX skill, they're more than likely going to buff him, like what they did with Rugal and Orochi, right? The 97 Orochi version and 98 Omega Rugal version. Or maybe they'll just buff up Nestkyo. I don't really know what they're going to do, guys. I mean, we're just really speculating on what they could do for these characters, but this version does use all of the 3PGs in the game, right? And so does the other versions of the character, including the gold border versions of the character. I mean, Nestkyo kind of got shafted where he's a different version of Kyo and he just doesn't get to use the 3PG. So again, I think whenever the EX 3PG comes into the game, I don't think Nestkyo is going to be able to use it. However, you never know. You never know what Netmarble is going to do. Maybe they'll make it usable on Nestkyo, right? Maybe it'll work on every single Kyo. But thinking that all of these characters, all of these versions of Kyo are going to get an EX skill, I think it's just, I mean, look, just personally, in my opinion, I think it's a little outlandish. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't, but I do think it is possible that Nestkyo could get a little something. I do think it's possible that SS Kyo could get something, but I don't think the gold border and the bronze and silver, especially the bronze and silver, I just don't think they're going to be getting any kind of upgrades. I mean, well, I shouldn't say upgrades. I mean, they could buff up all of them. They could give them some minor buffs to make them a little bit better, which would be, I guess, useful in some game modes, especially like for newer players. But for veterans, it's not going to make a big deal because we've already accomplished everything in the game. We just don't need anything like that. But for newer players, that kind of thing might help. And if they do give an EX skill to Kyo, that would actually be pretty amazing because they did give us the crafting event, right, where you could get Kyo, right, from this ticket. You can actually get him from this ticket. And that is a big reason why I kind of hope they do give this character an EX skill. I think that would be awesome if they did. I know a lot of players would be happy because there's a lot of players that already pulled for Kyo. Maybe they have him at A3 or A5 or whatever. And they can just, you know, test him out, play with him, have some fun with him. I think that would be pretty cool because with the EX version of the character, which I'm highly, highly excited for, you're going to have to pull in the actual banner for that character. And that's kind of the thing that sucks about it is that right now, currently in the game, we don't have any EX memories, whereas a version like this, SS Kyo or even Nestkyo, you can actually get memories for these characters in the game. You can actually farm for them. But I thought that trailer was freaking awesome, guys, and I'm super, super excited for EXKO. So let me know what y'all think about the trailer and some of my speculations, and what do you speculate as far as all of the Kios. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.